Oh boy. Hey everybody. I had my mic on mute and I was talking to myself, which is pretty funny. Hey Tango, Tina, Jimmy. No, you're not late. I always start it a few minutes early and just start cleaning up. Just to do a quick mic test, everybody can hear me on the audio? Okay, great. We are going to move this fella. Start making it a little more interesting in here. Although, that would be cool. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. We're going to try to make some of these appliances look a little more interesting. And then we're going to work on these booths a little bit more, which we were working on last time. So let's get this fella someplace a little more cool. And of course I am congested, so I do apologize for that. I sound like I'm 90 and I've smoked for 50 years. How's everybody doing today? We having a good weekend? Why should I get the place anywhere mod? Whoa, that made a weird effect. Not what I wanted. Been better, Tango. Life is good, but my body is not participating. And Tina, I can put things wherever I want, actually. I take your meaning, though. Lindsay and I, who is in the chat there, Lou Rose 8058, she is my spouse. We do modded builds on our PC, and we have Place Anywhere on there. But these on my Xbox, I like to keep them mod free. I think that modded builds are fun, and I also love no modded builds. They're just different. It's a completely different experience, so I like to go back and forth. I have a lot of fun doing both. Yeah, the mats are, you know, our best friend, though. We don't want to make them feel bad. Well, let's put that there for now. Yeah, speaking about mods again, they're fun. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of fun with the mods. But I prefer to keep those on the PC. They're more easily manageable. I know a lot of people use them on their consoles. I don't want to. I already lost a playthrough with corrupted saves due to, I don't know if it was my mod order or whatever, but maybe I was taxing my system. Who knows? But I prefer to use the script extender on the PC for, you know, for the more advanced mods. That's just me, though. I definitely see people use it to great effect. You know what? I don't like that. Hey, Giacomo. Bienvenuto. Oh, hey, Jimmy. I did a castle build video. I appreciate it. We all have to noi parliamo un po' italiano oggi. Did I say that right? Maybe I don't like that either. See, I don't want that to drop down. Yeah. My pronunciation is awful. Please excuse it. I can't decide where I want this. You are too kind regarding my Italian. Too kind. I'm not very good with accents. That's Lindsay. Lindsay is great with the accents. I am envious of that skill. We live in Maine in the US. We have people in chat. Looks like, yeah, England, Italy. Ooh, Ireland, nice. I have been to Italy, England, and Ireland, as a matter of fact. Who knows, I might leave that there. Just trying to spice things up a little bit. In Italy, in the north, Milano. I've been to Milano. I took a train ride through the Alps, through Switzerland. I didn't make it too far south, where everybody always likes to go. So I haven't been to Rome or Venice or anything like that, but I did go to Milano and over in Monaco. Although I didn't buy anything in Monaco because, you know, holy crap. Yeah, I kind of like this. I think that looks pretty good. All right. Yes, she lives in Maine. We live in the same house. All right, let's try to spice up the... Oh, you've never been there and I have. That might qualify as irony. When I was younger, I really loved the hustle and bustle of large cities. I went to college in Orlando, for instance, and just loved it. But now that I am middle-aged, I really prefer the more relaxed setting. Ireland. all around, actually, we flew into Shannon Airport and we rented a car and drove in a giant circle all the way around. So we went to probably places that tourists typically go, County Cork and the Blarney Stone, and we went to Dublin, and we went up north to the north, Belfast. We were looking at some places where our ancestors are from, and some of my ancestry is from the Derry area in the north. So we like to hit up those places. For Americans, those, ancestry is something that we are greatly interested in, since we all come from someplace else, except for the Native Americans, of course. But people from everywhere else in the world, really. Waterford, I don't recall. We went all around Ireland. It's been some time. It's been about 20 years now. And a lot of my ancestry is also English, so I've been all around in Europe to Germany and Scandinavia. I don't have any Italian ancestry. I just think it's cool, so that's why I know un po' Italiano. Okay, trying to think of something a little different to do with these appliances. I can't sink into the floor. Well, let's double check in the kitchen, because we couldn't sink into the floor outside. So let's make sure. We were working on this restaurant last time. No, whoa, no, it's just layered in such a way where we cannot. So we have to build and then bring it up. Hey, Noodle. Yeah, we'll be here in an hour. I want to try to do something different with these appliances. Just nothing seems like the right size. All right, let's experiment. Hey, Chad, what's up? Giacomo, I'm on Xbox, so it looks like it's working to me. I don't use mods on Xbox though, so. I don't. See ya, Noodle. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. I don't doubt it. I on the newest gen console or old ones, because I know like PS4 for instance was having a lot of problems, but PS5 wasn't. Hmm. Without being able to sink in the floor up there, your options are a bit limited. Let's try something in here. All right. Let's see if we can. Hmm. Overseer Barstow is in my way. Oh man, it's not gonna let me. Come on. I think it'll work. Forget it, just. I thought I had it there for a minute. I should have just taken what the game gave me. I don't know. I don't think I like that. Oh, I just need to shake this cold. Did anybody watch Squeezy's video today? I like that. I think I'm leaving that. Yeah, I thought it was a great video. Uh, the behemoth part cracked me up and made me go into a coughing fit, which was not good, but you know, the laugh was good. And also, he issued a challenge for Sunshine Co-op, so in the week, I think I'll go over there, delete my settlement, and then we can make a cabin over there. That's what I'd like to think about. Megaton hair. That's the kind of video that everybody starting out should go watch before getting started. It was very, very... It'll save you a lot of time. Let's put it that way. And even if you're a veteran builder, there were definitely things to pick up. All right, we have something a little wonky here. I'm feeling it. Now let's see if we can get these things in there because I have to group select them. And you know what that means. Trouble. Whoa, weird. Let's just give it a shot. Hey, Lancer. Good to see you're up and at it. Can I assume your doctor appointment went well then? Let's save. All right, excellent. Excellent. Good to hear. All right, let's see about our placement here. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty cool, huh? Well, gives it some flair. 37 pieces of flair. Fits right in there. Now what can we do with this? Let's take it down. I need something to drink. Can we put a rug on a rug on a rug? Hmm. Well, weird. Hmm. It does not like to. That's odd. From the back, it will not let you. But from the front, it will. Hmm. There we go. Should we try removing the rug? Or just living with it? I think it'll hop. Ah, cool. Yep. Yep. A dabbing emoji, it is. I want to put a cash register there. Yeah, I remember Lancer when I was doing Grey Garden, we were talking a lot about dropping the stove with the rubber mats and all right. We can also build a wall out of these. Well, there it is. Let's do a rug drop onto this. Alright, we need the small... Oh, actually I don't think it'll be tall enough. We'll try it. I wonder if the area is too small for the CC rug. All we can do is try. Yeah, that's a good point. In this area, unless we do the campfire beforehand, we cannot go into the ground. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this placement. Got the cash register the wrong way, or I can lower the shelf, move the cash register. All right. Do you think this will jump? Yeah, it does seem like it was just forgotten. Or they just got to a point where they're like, don't worry about it. Who cares? We have deadlines, people. Nah. Nah. All right. Probably let's try it. Yeah, I'll have to play around with that. All right. Is that right? I think I got it right. Well, let's save. All right, let's see if these light boxes will fit under here the way that I thought. Trying to decide on the color. That red is not coming across pink like I like. There. All right, I like that. Let's do it again. There. It is the exact height that I wanted at. So where is everybody building right now? Yeah. Thanks for the kind spelling. Acquiescence. Just a wild guess, Tango. you probably went back to your big glass box phase to build the biggest one we ever saw. Coastal cottage into a mini castle. Huh. Haven't seen that one. My coastal cottage is due for a teardown. All right, pink or lavender and yellow. There. We could extend the light bars down if we wanted, but I don't think it's necessary. I think, yeah, Longfellows is a big settlement. And I've seen the Sunshine Tidings in person. All right, but so the theme of your settlement is kind of a flea market. What if they sold diner-related memorabilia? Floating houses is an awesome idea, though. And one that I am actually going to do as well, but not for a while. Well, just one small one. He did a Dan's fans actually. Lancer did a small. No, that was someone else who did the outlet, but didn't. I thought so. Yes. There's so many now. I'm starting to lose track. Yeah, let's take a peek real quick. Yeah, Lancers is at Egret. Octums was actually at Vault 88. No, it's not enough of them. We need more. I think there's like 15 dance fans now or something like that. Is that... All right. Get a little... Dan's fan. Just one. Yeah, I do have a list to keep track of them all that I see. Because I want to make a compilation eventually. All right, we're going to do something here. I don't know if I like that. First, I want to change the color. And then put it up there. Yes, Giacomo. I did. You were on my list. I need to clean up this place. Yeah, I think that'll work. That looks pretty neat. think we can... Well, look at them. They had their own clipping here. Let's try another one. I think we'll be able to get some good lighting in there. Let's save. This is going to be a huge guessing game. Hey, now. That works. Got a purple light. Got a yellow light, although it doesn't come through, but it's ambient. No. We are not on a 90-degree Cartesian plane. Or it's like 87.3. The angles, right angles. All right. All right, so we've got some lights, we've got all the shelving. This is going to be an apartment. We've got the order space, cooking spaces, customer places, lighting. This is starting out pretty well. Let's work with these spaces. So let's do these better. Gotta find them again. Yes. I don't think I did. So I quite embarrassingly inhaled my drink. And I apologize if you caught any of that. We always need to remember that you can't breathe Mountain Dew. I try. I give it my best shot, but it hasn't worked yet. Oh, the sound is cutting out. I am putting it on mute because I was having physiological difficulties with the aforementioned breathing of liquid. Air is very important. You know, it's something I do try to remember, but I also have an A button that is starting to stick. So, trouble all around. All right, let's frame that up. You can actually drink through your nose. I'm going to quote Monty Python here, you know, what a strange person. And I know that that's not a passable English accent. Please never think that I'm giving it an honest go because I cannot do accents. You'll just have to assume. Hey Noodle, what's up? Oh. That was the opposite of what I wanted. Thanks, Noodle. Yeah, we did a lot to the restaurant. I'm about to go back up there. We'll see what it looks like. And grab this bad boy. This is being very wonky. That's weird. Yeah, we could have done conduit. That's what we're going to use for the other side when we do that. No. Terrible. Thanks. Yeah, I think it'll work. I want to find some signs that'll fit there without bleeding through. I should have done this before, right? But that would be too easy. A clock. All right, we can do that. Several of them. There. That really ties the room together. These seem like an obvious choice, but I don't know that I even have someplace. That'll stick out too far for that passageway. Maybe just there. Yeah, we did all this over here earlier. Try to spice up the kitchen. Bring some cheery color. Probably need some rubber mats all around here. Well, some more. Thanks. Oh gosh, I'm so congested. Let's try something. Thank you very much. I am thinking about putting a light in that vending machine. What color? I don't know, let's try it. Hey Noodle, I did get worse. I am not doing all that well. This takes my mind off of it, that's for sure. Which is worth it. Hey, Awesome. It is not letting me. All right. We'll get the ball track support. Yeah, for sure. I just can't kick this thing. It just keeps evolving, and when I get viruses, it inevitably involves into a bacterial lung infection, so you get both viral and bacterial infection. And I'm trying to stave off the respiratory infection, which I have not gotten yet. You know, I was doing a lot better before I tried to breathe Mountain Dew. That, poor tactic, that. Hey, Samantha. Hey, thanks. Um, yeah, I tried to breathe Mountain Dew. And like I said, I wouldn't try it. All right, now we have a glowy vending machine. So I was thinking, you know, when people come into the vault, the first thing they're going to see is, you know, the restaurant and then security, which I think I'll set up something here and they have to check in. And here, I don't know, I was thinking about setting up like a little magazine kiosk. I don't know. And then down here we had our drug and alcohol store, which we worked on early on, a while ago. All right. So I think I want to try to fix that. Maybe able to just group select it. Move it out. Easy peasy. Yeah, I like that. Hey, thanks, Samantha. be putting a little more lighting. Let's see, these people here. So do we have to, yeah, we have to put a rug in these to get them to take anything, right? And they don't have collision like a shop. Thank you. Appreciate it. We want it to look like these people just came onto the vault afterwards and started working with what was there. Yeah, we can put something in here, and then I would like. All right, let's experiment. Because what I really want on the table is like a radio. Yeah, so when all of these bad settlers are needed, we'll start assigning them. But God, there are a lot of settlers here. So let us try a couple of things here with this table. Little orange mushroom lights, that is cool. Okay. Yeah, these are too big. All right. All right, lights. So where are they? Oh crap. I thought they were in here. Did I go right past them? So, decorations, miscellaneous. I don't know where they are. I despise the menus. I cannot tell you how much I hate them. They are the most unintuitive, terrible, garbage organized menus ever. I'm just all sorts of confused now. I can't find them. Okay, there they are. Doesn't matter. All right. And my brain is about at 40% capacity. I think this will be very cool though. Oh no. It does like to do that sometimes. All right, let's get the reference there, that middle bar. No, that'll work. Okay. And uno más. See ya, Giacomo. Giacomo. Thanks for hanging out. It's got to be pretty late for you. Yeah, it turned out pretty well. All right, now that we had proof of concept there, we can lay out all of them at once. It is the reduced mental capacity Fallout for live stream. All right. Meaning me, of course. Okay. I did not want that. Okay. And the floor here is also not very cooperative. Oh, yeah, I just, I have a cold or some sort of virus. I think um, and also, my sleep is erratic because, you wake up coughing and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually fine. I'm just hamming it up. I've had way worse than this. COVID, for starters, was just about goodness. And a thing that I had that was right there with COVID was mononucleosis. Twice. And that is pretty bad. Yeah. Great suggestion, everybody, for the mushroom lights. Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, my body is just a mess at the moment, but I gotta be honest, my life is pretty great. So just gotta keep that in perspective. I'm about ready to take another hit of cold medicine as well. And you know what that stuff does? It makes you kind of loopy. So you might get a little bit of that. I'm mixing it up for you with the personality switches. It's like the medicines, are only a little bit better than the sickness sometimes. And I don't like to take acetaminophen at all. But when I have these viruses, I take all the cold medicine, and you got to get through it and then deal with the consequences afterward. And then if I get the respiratory infection, I got to take antibiotics, and that's also something I like to try to avoid. But you have to do the thing to get through the illness, and then deal with what's after. Oh, like Dayquil and NyQuil and stuff like that. I don't know if you have that in England. Hmm? I mean, the whole combination just makes you loopy. When you have the fever and then you take the cold medicine. And some might say I'm just strange anyway. So we can throw that in there. Alright, I dig this. Yeah, you guys with the little mushroom lights. That was a great suggestion. I like that very much. I'm sorry I need to slow down the merry-go-round there. Give somebody motion sickness. I gotta go a little slower. But when I build, I'm usually... I vacillate between a frenetic pace and just... you know, the tedium involved with some of it. Yes, we are still human. With all of our idiosyncrasies intact. And we have a floating donut. And those donuts are huge. It's more like a whole cake. All right, so we've got our booths and they're lit up. People have a place to eat. We have a counter and a kitchen. And we have a little apartment that the owner will live in. A flow nut. Yeah, something a synth would say. Yes, we are all human here, correct? All of us. I'm fine with synths. I am a railroad guy. I always side with the railroad. I would like to be a synth. I think it would be better. I wouldn't get viruses. Thanks, Noodle. Alright, so... I don't remember why I came down here, but we will be building here. And I'm gonna try to leave all this and build around it. And maybe do some barnacle building on the sides of this stuff. I mean, not to mention the caverns. We can do some little individual settlements out in the wild. And I think we are also going to leave all this stuff here, and we will jazz it up with extra computers and maybe the security desk. Because I preserved Overseer Barstow in this playthrough. Yeah, we'll just keep this. There's no reason to get rid of that. There's so much space. It doesn't matter really. And I found that I liked blocking this up. It makes it less of a maze. Minutemen Brotherhood and Railroad all sided. Wow. That's pretty good because I tried to keep everybody neutral on this playthrough because I just wanted all of their resources for building. And somewhere along the line, the Brotherhood just randomly turned hostile, and I don't know what I did. All right, let's think about this. First of all, let's get a little bit of... Yeah, Lancer, you're not wrong. I think that maybe just approaching it with like little micro settlements out there, just dotting it, doing various things, and maybe a farming community. Yeah, yeah, obviously your Halloween vault build noodle was just exquisite, and Dave did some really cool stuff down there in the caves too, with his it was like a nightclub, right? All right, I want to try now to make a little magazine kiosk. Yeah, it had a great atmosphere. Dave's club did. It looked really good. Definitely we'll need a market, Jimmy. You're right. I think when we get to the cavern, we will start with that. We're almost. I don't know. We could put something there, because people are gonna want to take advantage of the walkthrough here. Like people are gonna be coming in, you know, get something to eat, get a magazine. Over here we can do like souvenirs. I don't know. And then that's technical stuff. That'll be technical stuff down there. And then you're right, we'll have a market. And residential. And maybe we'll put a farming community out in the caves, and maybe we'll do a resort. Hey, Snickers. Maybe we'll do a resort kind of a thing down at the lake, which I currently have as a water farm, so I'll have to get rid of all that. All right. So let's see about our kiosk here. And before we do that, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I will be right back. All right, I am back. Put the kettle on. I don't really drink very much tea. And then I like it to be, oh wow, it's giving the shiny. I'd rather drink cold tea. I don't know if everybody English would hate that, but oh, these are cool. I forgot about this. No, I don't know. Looks cool though. I think it'd make it too cramped. Unless we glitched it in there. Okay, so this is quite juvenile. When I was in England, I bought a package of Horlicks because I couldn't believe that there was something in the store called that. Forgive me. And I brought it home with me. And I still have that package. Because in my head, I am always 13. Yeah, cold tea. Tango. I actually like it better. Wow. An English woman that doesn't drink tea. Yes, a jumper, we would call it a sweater or a hoodie. But I know what jumper means. I do watch a lot of shows set in England. Basically, 3/4 of our TV here in the United States is copied from BBC anyway. Okay, so we got that there. Okay, back to the kiosk. I got sidetracked. It's not Viagra, no. Hmm. Yeah, they have pants. And we have pants, and then we have underpants. So if you were calling your underpants pants, then what would underpants be to people that called underpants pants? Let's do something interesting with this stuff. Coffee I drink a lot of. Okay, so it's shortened to underpants, so alright. It's good to clear this up. I haven't been to Europe in a bit. Maybe. Oh gosh. When was that? 1920. I went to Greece. And then before that, I went to Finland. Both for conferences. Okay, what should I do with this? A bum bag. That is a new one for me. A bum bag. That could, I may have seen that, Lancer. It's good stuff. I'm pretty sure. Or at least something similar. You think you're speaking the same language. but sometimes it's only an overlap. That's not going to go straight, is it? Fanny. Yeah. Of course, the famous one being the Austin Powers movie, right? Was that shocking at all? To have a movie called The Spy That Shagged Me? Or whatever it was. I forget. Hmm. I learned all of my British English from Monty Python. He says he's not dead. Oh God, seriously. I just love it that the devs in Fallout New Vegas put the Life of Brian reference in there. What does it say? Romans go home. No, it doesn't. Pause check. Oh, Lancer, so if you've noticed that there's a change. You know, that's actually called cultural imperialism, and I think, like, if I'm not mistaken, the British were, like, really good at that. Excuse me. Yes, the holy hand grenades. Thou shalt not count to 3 except for on the way to 4. Tis but a scratch all day long. I saw Holy Grail, I think, when I was 12 for the first time, and never looked back. I was all in on that. I didn't see it in the theaters. I'm not old enough for that, but we did watch it on a contraption that some of you may remember called a VCR. Ancient history. Hmm. I know it's a bit dark here in the cavern. All right. DVD and VCR. Do you still use it? Do you still have the media? Cool. I actually want these to be to the right some more. Oh man, to see Monty Python live, that's as good as like any iconic rock band. I mean, that is pretty epic. I don't think I ever had that opportunity. Lancer, funny you mentioned that. A few weeks ago, we went to Florida to get some of my stuff from my mom's house that has been there for a very, very long time. And in one of the boxes I pulled out, actually, Snickers, an old VCR DVD combo. I had forgotten all about that. I don't know if it works though. A while back, I had turned all of my DVDs, I'd converted them all to digital. And I'm really regretting that now. I wish that I would have kept all of the tangible media because, you know, you don't own anything anymore. 8 tracks. I do remember 8 tracks when I was very little. Lancer, my parents had them. A tape. Yeah. It's kind of satisfying to handle solid, tangible media. Yeah, I wish that. Because you can buy something now and they can just take it away anytime they want. I think I will Wi-Fi glitch this. Let's see if we can get this fella wired up. All right. Hmm. All right. I think the floor here may be unsquishy. All right, I don't know if this will work, but we're about to see. Okay, no problem. We keep it casual. It's no big deal. All right. I do think that there are some Dialogue choices that automatically fail you on that quest, for sure. Well, that's right, if any of the robots get hurt, it is a deal breaker. I need the ashtray. Alright, I should have saved it. I didn't. So I guess I will do it again. There is a lesson there. I know I've failed it a bunch of times, the USS Constitution quest. Dialogue choices and spray, killing the wrong people. Alright. Yeah. I think that'll work. Now we need a light. Don't you love it when you go to wire the conduit and you inevitably just jump? I do that 1,000 times. That's floating, isn't it? Okay, we can't have that. I need to duplicate some magazines. I need to go do that, because I want to fill all of those up. I guess we can do it for effect. Oh, one more. Oh well. Somebody bought one. I don't know why they'd have a surgical journal. Okay, good enough for now. All right, little kiosk. Maybe we can put some shelves. But it won't be too fancy. They got to catch the through traffic. So I do believe this is probably a good stopping point. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out. We'll take a quick look around. Early on we did this. Moat Life down here, which is a drug and liquor store. We also did this security area, which hasn't gotten touched again. So we're turning this into something. And of course, we did the kiosk and the restaurant. All right. Yes, I will see you all later there. And have a good break. Bye now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all for hanging out.